Hey guys, Tank here. Let's start building. Here I am with my build for my little buggy. Like you can see, the hood is off. Gives access to the everything else. Motor, transmission and all that. Basically what I want to do today is install these guys. So I was told that this goes inside the shocks, because I theoretically want to do droop shocks. So basically, these are normal shocks and how usually you actually make them. I have the same exact shock, the plastic one, the one that comes stocks with the SCX10. The only thing I did not do is I did not put the cap with the canister off the side, and I didn't put the springs on. So I'm actually running it what's called in a droop setup. So you basically have the choice in a droop setup that it just stays flat. Now the problem with flat, and depending how somebody bled this before or not, or did the oil properly or not, I don't know. This shock, actually, this spring, let me take one out. This spring actually goes on this part. So when this is pushed up, it goes inside from here to underneath where the not the oil cap, but where the little bleeder, where the oil goes through with those little holes. So you have to take the shock apart, put that in there. So basically what I'm going to do, and that's going to help pull the shock back up like this and keep it up like this. So when you go over the bump and your truck twists, it will twist, but it will also pull your wheel back up. And that's the way they usually do it. So I'm going to be taking off the shocks off of these. I won't bore you with the disassemble of this, and I'll be back in a bit. Oh yes, quick note. Another reason I have this apart is that, I don't know if you notice, there's dust, but there's no more steering wheel. Oh no! Basically what I'm going to be doing on this guy is installing this little servo. So what I'm going to do is install this here, and then I'm going to take a piece of metal, and then I'm going to have my steering wheel. So, and I'm going to try to loosen up the guy's arm so it turns and looks kind of real. It's going to be fun. Back in a bit. Hey guys, I'm back. Took all the 4 shocks apart. This one I've already taken the oil out so it goes a little faster. So basically, since the spring has to go in between where the top part of where the shaft is, you have to take this part. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to unscrew this part. One thing that's very useful that I purchased a while back are these things. They're actually made exactly for shocks. So when you hold your pins for your shock, you don't damage them. It's great. You can use rubber, you can use whatever into your vice grip, whatever you think is not gonna damage your shocks. So basically I took the bottom off. I'm going to take the cap off. Like I mentioned, I did take the oil out just so it goes faster. Show you guys. Oh, here's the shaft. So basically it's as easy as putting the spring on this side and dumping it back in there. And now it actually wants to come back out. So now the tough part's going to be bear with me a second. Good thing I got these pliers. So now I'm holding the shaft from coming up with the pliers. Put my little rubber stopper back on. I'm putting it because I basically want to, this acts like a little dampener at the same time, because it is a little piece of rubber, comes with the shocks, so I decided to put it on. For more travel, you could decide not to put it on, but I basically put it on. Problem with working with shocks is that you end up having lots of oil on your hands after a while. So basically here I screw until I see that I don't see the threads anymore. And now my shocks are backward. And I was told to put oil back in there. So I will. So it's as easy as that. Put the oil back in. Take all the air bubbles out by bringing your shaft down and up. And depending if you have lots of bubble, you can actually leave your shaft sitting there for a little bit to make sure that all the air comes out. So now I got a big bubble on top. So as I screw this, the oil is going to come gushing out because it's all on top. If I screw it on straight, I'll be okay. There we go. Lots of oil. There, and it comes out a little bit because of the compression of the oil that's in there. So now it goes up. So now it's got stiff and it pulls it back. Let's see how that works. See if I like it running droop like that or droop like this. The only thing I did notice that because the spring's in there, it takes a lot of room, so I won't get as much flex. But in some instances flex is not good, but in some instances it is. But since that's a buggy, I might not need that much flex, but I'll give it a try. So, and see what it gives me. Alright, I'll do the 4 other shocks. I'll be back. There we go. All done, all installed. What's neat with it is if I pick it up, it comes back up. And how it actually works is when you flip it around and you're going down the trail, you do have your flex and it just pulls the body back into place. So there we go, all done. Now I'm waiting for my ESC. I ordered one, and either gonna put it in the back. I got a nice little gift, little box, sit right here in the back, or I'm gonna waterproof everything. The ESC I got anyways is waterproof, and install everything on this side. There's lots of room. So I got a couple of options. I'll see once my ESC gets here, and the receiver probably try to waterproof it. There we go. Like I mentioned, next upgrade on this is a steering wheel that actually turns when you turn the wheels. See you next time, and see you on the trails.